Yes, guys. Online students, please.
This meeting is being recorded.
Online student, please check your audio and video settings, please. All clear. Good evening. That's good, guys. Yeah. Yesterday I was talking about mini project layered application. What are the points I have highlighted? Don't keep all logics in single class. Keep different logics in different classes and make them talking with each other. If you develop them as a Spring application, that too as Spring Beans, right? That too as what? Spring Beans. DAO class object can be injected to service. Service can be injected to controller. In the client application, we can call ctx.getBean method to get the required Spring Bean class object or not, guys. To simply get the required Spring Bean class object, nothing but controller class object. That's the one thing. After that, what is the another thing we discussed, guys? Come on. If you want to pass more than 3 values from one layer to another layer, nothing but one class to another class in layered application, we take the support of, we definitely take the support of what? Java Bean, which is also called model class, right? Okay. Then DAO is there to place persistence logic. There we need JDBC connection. Don't go for direct connection object. Always prefer pooled connection object. That is represented by whom? Data source object. Okay. Data source object represent connection pool. Through data source, whenever we want connection object, we can get it from connection pool or not, guys. Okay. But are we going to create this connection pool and data source manually? No. Not at all. Not at all we are going to do that. What we are going to do, guys? What we are going to do? We are going to do one simple thing, guys. What is the simple thing that we are going to do? Okay. We had starter, Spring JDBC starter or Spring Boot Data JPA starter that automatically gives Ikari data source object as a Spring Bean through auto configuration that we inject to whom? That we inject to whom? DAO. So there in DAO, whenever we need a connection object, we can get it through data source object or not, guys. We can definitely get it through data source object. What do you say, guys? Come on. Yes, here is my what? 515. Say launch. Okay, now let me open the document of the application that I want to develop. Paint here. Let's open it. Spring. Where is this, guys? 915. 915, yeah? 515. Yes, here is what? 515. Yeah, in this place, what is there? Spring Boot core. Spring Boot core. 7, session 7, mini project. Session 5, session 6 is not there. Huh? We already discussed it seems. Yes. Yeah. This is the layered application which actually I want to develop. Listen, guys. Few things are going to change here. Be careful and be confident. Is a complete application which I would like to develop. So let's have a look on this. Storyboard of the mini project, nothing but layered application. Task: get employee details from EMP DB table of Oracle based on the given 3 designation. 3 only, not more than. Okay, this is my client application having presentation logic. Okay, there I will call business method having how many designation? 3 designation. Just 3 na, I'm going to take as a 3 parameters only. More than 3, Java bean comes into picture. That will go to controller class. Controller class passes the same designation to service na boss. Yeah, I want to take different varieties of service classes. That's why I've taken service interface and implementation. Okay, service passes them to whom, guys? DAO. Designation 1, designation 2, designation 3. Okay, DAO will pass them to database software as the input values in SQL query. What query, guys? As the input values in the SQL query. Got it? Okay. As the input values in the SQL query. Mm. The SQL query executes in database table or not, guys? Okay. When we execute SQL query by giving multiple designation, we will get bunch of records, employee records. Those records will go to what? DAO. Those records will go to DAO. Why interface implementation class? Okay. When you want to write multiple flavors of dependents, better to make all dependents implementing common interface or not, guys. That's why. For service and DAO, we are taking interface implementation model, guys. Okay. Yes, guys. Gives bunch of records to DAO in the form of result set object. But sending result set object to service controller is a bad practice. JDBC code you should write only in DAO, not everywhere. So what I'm going to do is, each record I'm going to copy into one Java Bean class object. Total how many records are coming? Let us assume 10 records have come. So 10 objects of Java Bean we will create or not, guys? Total how many objects of Java Bean will be created, guys? 10. Total how many objects of Java Bean will be created, guys? 10. And all these objects will be added to whom, guys? List collection. And all these objects will be added to whom, guys? List collection. Are you getting my point there or not there, guys? Super, guys. Gives bunch of employee records as result set. Okay, the records of result set will be copied to what? Objects of the Java Bean. And these objects will be added to whom, guys? List collection. These objects will be added to whom, guys? List collection. So at the end, you'll be having list of Java Bean objects or not, guys? Okay, in after executing query in database software, how many records have come? 10. Okay, those records will come to DAO class as in the form of result set object. Recollect your JDBC knowledge. Whenever select query executes in JDBC code, you will get a result set object having the records. Okay, but sending result set object to service controller client application is a good thought? No. Persistence logic JDBC code only there in what? Should be there only in DAO, not everywhere, right? Okay, that's fine. So we copy the records of result set object to the objects of Java Bean class. And we add those objects to whom, guys? List collection. Come on. And we pass that list collection to whom, guys? Service class. Service class passes them to whom, guys? Controller. Controller passes them to whom, guys? Client application. Are you getting my point there? Okay. Array, when you feel all these are there in the same machine, is there any need of serialization? No. Satya? Okay. Is there any need of serialization? No need of serialization. I hope you understood the basic rhythm of the application. Okay. Client application collects 3 designation from end user, right? And calls the business method of the controller class. Superna boss. Okay. Calls the business methods of the controller class. Controller class passes those designation to service class. Service class converts designations into uppercase letter because in the database table, let us assume all designations are there in what? Uppercase letters, right? Okay. After that, those designations will be passed to whom, guys? DAO. DAO will frame the SQL query and will give designations as three designation as inputs and passes them to whom? Database software. Okay, they execute the query executes in database software or table and gets a bunch of records or not, guys. Simply gives me what? Bunch of records. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Okay, guys. Bunch of record in the form of result set object to DAO. Since we cannot pass result set object everywhere, result set object is JDBC code. JDBC code is allowed only in the DAO. So we try to capture each record of what? Result set into one Java Bean class object. Okay, if 10 records are there in result set, 10 objects of Java Bean will be created. At the end, those objects will be added to list collection or not, guys. Okay, that list collection will be passed to whom? Service class. Service class passes them to whom, guys? Controller class. Controller will passes them to whom, guys? Client application. And client application will display the results or not, guys. Client application will definitely display the results or not, guys. Come on, everyone. Super, guys. Okay, guys. Tell me here. This DAO needs to talk with the database software. For that one, connection is required. Better to use a direct connection or pooled connection. But when you add Spring Boot starter JDBC, Hikari data source object comes automatically through auto configuration. Okay, here, what is this, guys? Come on, everyone. Hikari data source object will be injected to DAO. DAO is injected to service. Service is injected to controller. So if we take all these things as Spring Bean, there's advantage of what? One Spring Bean injecting to another Spring Bean or not, guys? But what about presentation logic client applications are? There we create IOC container. There we call ctx.getBean method having controller class bean ID. Come on. So that will get what? Controller class object in which service object is there. That service object is having DAO object. That DAO object is having what? Data source object. Everyone getting my point there or not there? See how the inputs are going? Client to controller, controller to service, service to DAO. DAO sends those inputs to database software as SQL query inputs. Come on. Right, guys. Tell me. Okay, once query executed, you will get what? Bunch of records in the form of result set. Result set records are converted into what? List of Java Bean class object. And those objects are added to whom, guys? List collection. Come on. That list collection is passed to whom, guys? Service. Service is passing that list collection to whom, guys? Controller. Controller is passing them to whom, guys? Come on. Client application. And client application will simply display them or not, guys? Client application will definitely display them or not there, guys? Come on, everyone. Super. Data source object will be injected to DAO class object. DAO class object will be injected to service class object. Service class object will be injected to what? Controller class object. Client application gets controller class object using which method? ctx.getBean method, right? Okay, here dependency injection using at the rate auto wide annotation or not, guys? Okay, this is my dependency lookup or not, guys? Come on, everyone. In layered application of Spring or Spring Boot application, we make the classes of different layers, service, DAO, controller class, and etc. as different Spring Beans to make what? IOC container taking care of their life cycle management and what? Dependency management activities. Okay, now listen carefully. DAO class I want to make as Spring Bean come DAO class. What is the best annotation, guys? At the rate repository. I want to make one class as Spring Bean come service class. What's the annotation, guys? At the rates. And I want to make one class as what? Controller. Tell me. What's the annotation, guys? At the rate controller. What's the annotation we should use, guys? At the rate controller. So you got the basic idea? What are the inputs? Three designations. What is the output? I want to get employee information who belongs to those three designation, right? Okay, how they are coming? These three inputs will go to DAO. DAO will send them to database table as SQL query inputs, right? Query gives bunch of employee records belonging to those three designation. Belonging to those three designations. Come on. Okay, into what object, guys? Result set object. From result set object, we get what? Bunch of records. From result set object, we get what? Bunch of records. Those bunch of records will be passed to whom, guys? In the form of Java bean objects, list of Java bean object. List of Java bean objects passed to whom, guys? Service. Service is passed to whom, guys? Controller. Controller is passed to whom, guys? Client application. Everyone getting my point there or not there, guys? Right. Yeah. First of all, we'll create a project and we'll try to add the starters boss. Other day I asked to watch Lamba KPI. I hope you watched the videos. Yeah. What is this one? Common code of the Java class will be generated by Lamba KPI automatically. What kind of common code? Constructor, toString method, setters, getters, hash code equals will be generated dynamically or not, guys? What's the mostly used annotation of Lamba KPI? At the rate, at the rate, at the rate data. Once you add at the rate data, you will get setter method, getter method, toString method. Okay, hash code equals. They will come automatically. Yes, my dear. Okay. So what is Java Bean, guys? Java Bean is a Java class that is having getter and setter methods are not there. Instead of me writing getter setter methods manually, if I use this Lamba KPI, these getter setter methods will be generated dynamically or not, guys? These getter setter methods will be generated dynamically or not, guys? Say something, my dear. I want reply, my dear. Come on. Okay. In my program, it's not added properly. Naveen, wait. I have not used it so first time also. And you are saying it is not added properly. Mahana Purush. Okay. Let me use at least one time. Okay. Yeah. In recent versions of Eclipse, if you want to see Lamba KPI working, you have to install one plugin. P2 plugin, boss. What plugin? Then only Lamba KPI will work. Okay. Then only Lamba KPI will work. Like, let me show how to work with that P2 plugin. Install new software. Install new software. Install new software. You search for P2 plugin. Is coming or not coming? Actually, it should come automatically in this list, not coming. Okay, no problem. So whenever things are not coming, boss, nothing to worry. Okay. Go to ChatGPT and try to get the info from ChatGPT. Here is where is that? ChatGPT. Tool to convert. What is that? Tool to convert. Tool to convert. No. Lambak API plugin URL in Eclipse. Lambak API plugin URL for Eclipse. For Eclipse JWE ID. Yes, this is the one, guys. HTTPS/, if it is actually should come in the drop down list. If it is not coming in the drop down list, don't panic, guys. You have to install. Install new software. What software, guys? Install new software. Okay. Install new software. What is this? Add, guys. Say Lambak API. Say Lambak API. Say paste. Click on add. Lambak API. Select this. Say next. Select this. Say next. Yeah. This is Lambak API now, boss. Yes. So I'll give the procedure. I accept terms and conditions. Finish. I accept terms and conditions. Finish. It takes bit of time. It takes bit of time to install. Okay, how to restart the IDE once. Then only I can say it's installed. Select this, guys. What is this? Select this. Trust selected. Again, select this, guys. Trust selected. Installation is going on. Let me check whether Lambak API installation procedure is given or not given. Yes. How to configure Lambak API in Eclipse IDE? Go to help menu, install new software, search and add URL. If it is already there, fine, select it. If not there, add it. Select all checkboxes. Next. Ask to restart IDE. Yes. It's a new and latest approach. So old approach of running Lambak API jar file option is not required. In the video what you watched, there is a jar file to run to configure. That is not required, guys. If you do this, okay, once ID is restarted, your Lambak API is ready to use, guys. Yeah, restart now. After installing any plugin, other day we install STS plugin, it is automatically restarting this one. What is this concept, guys? They don't give everything in basic installation of Eclipse, guys. Because few people may use this advanced feature, few people may not use it. So if you want any advanced feature, you have to install it. Eclipse supplied plugin for Eclipse means install new software option in the help menu. Third party supplied plugin for Eclipse means Eclipse Marketplace. Check it out. In help menu, two options are there. In help menu, we have two options, right? Option number one. What is option number one? Option number one, install new software. Option number two, Eclipse Marketplace. Other day also I discussed about it. Eclipse supplied plugin installation in Eclipse. You have to use install new software option. Everyone getting my point? Video logging, voice breaking. Yeah, when Eclipse is loading, definitely net connection will be consumed by processor, will be consumed by Eclipse. Na little problem will come. Wait until Eclipse is launching perfectly, then no, there will not be any video lagging problem. That's great. We are ready with the Lombok API, guys. Okay, now listen. File. Yeah, here you observe two options are there. Install new software, one option, and Eclipse Marketplace. Eclipse Marketplace is another option, right? Okay, where is that, guys? I'm not finding Eclipse Marketplace. Why it is not coming? Other day we have used it, na boss? No, here help menu only, boss. Yeah, definitely it will be there. Okay, don't know. This is to install Eclipse, this one. Okay. Other day we have used STS plugin Eclipse Marketplace option only, right? Okay, let it be. Yeah, now today I have Oracle database software. I think everyone is ready with Oracle database software. That's good. Okay, in that one, EMP table is a ready-made table. I don't want to waste time taking separate table. Okay, that table is ready-made table with ready-made records. I just want to take it. In my system, Oracle is there, guys. Come on, here is what? What is that? SQL, run SQL command line. Run SQL command line. What is there? Connect. What is there? System manager. Invalid username password. I think I change. Connect system tiger. Connect system tiger. Select star from what is there? EF. Select star from EMP. Select star from EMP, guys. We are ready with some records in the table or not, guys? Come on, everyone. Okay, that's great, guys. File, tell me here, what is this? Okay, guys. File. Yeah. I have to create Spring Boot starter project now, boss. Right. Okay. You select Spring. Here you will get Spring starter project. You will get a Spring starter project. Tell me. Boot IOC pros 04. Okay. Here is what? Mini project. Nothing but layered application. Mini project, nothing but layered application. Even jar 21 version, Java, all are perfect now, boss. Yeah, say next. So far, I have not added starter because not required. But today I want to get Hikari CP data source through auto configuration, number one. Okay. I want to talk to Oracle database software, Oracle JDBC driver I have to add. And I want to take a Java bean, but I don't want to write getter setter method manually. I want to use Lambda API to generate them dynamically. I want to use what? Lambda API to generate them what? Dynamically. So for that purpose, I need to take the support of what? Lambda API starter. Luckily, they are readily available. As part of list of starters, they are there. You just search and get them. Okay. Spring JDBC. What guys? Yeah, Spring JDBC starter. Yeah, JDBC starter. Yeah, JDBC AP means JDBC starter, right? Okay, next. You search for Oracle, you will get Oracle driver. You search for Lambda, you will get Lambda API driver. Everyone getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Say next. Say finish. Say next, say finish. Yes, my dear. Hmm. So we are ready with the project here or not, guys? We are definitely ready with what project? Where is the project we are taking, guys? First one, fourth one, right? Yeah, regular one only, it has come. Okay, look at the pom.xml. All the jars are coming automatically over here. All the jars are coming automatically over here, right? JDBC jar guys, Oracle driver, Spring Boot starter JDBC, and Lambda API jars are coming or not, guys? That's great. Next, next one is what? You look at the jars generated or not? So many jars are generated here, right? Not one, two jars, multiple jars are generated here. Are you getting my point there, guys? Give steps to add Lambda API to the project. Ankit, Mr. Ankit, I have shown how to show, I have shown how to create project that is there here. Along with the screenshot, it is there. Ankit Mole, focus man, not watching video is mistake number one. Huh? And becoming panic for small thing is another mistake. Procedure of adding Lambda KPI along with the screenshot I kept. Number one. Number two. Procedure of okay, next. Anyhow, as project development steps will be given, right? Okay. Project development steps will be given or not given. Ankit, be in the class, Ra Babu. Don't waste your time and my time without concentrating. See, JDBC API starter added. Come on. Entire screenshots are kept here or not there. Come on, everyone. Right. Ankit, be in the class. Be in the class, my dear. See, what are the starter you need to select? Those things also I have given. Given here or not there? Ankit, I want reply from you. Yeah. Create Spring Boot project adding following starters, right? Okay. You want more clarity screenshots? I will give that. What is there? File menu, new, file menu, new. It's a regular one only, guys. New. What is there? Others. What is there? Others. Spring. Search for spring. What is there? Search for spring. Select spring starter. What is there? Select spring starter. Then we have this stuff or not there, guys. Okay. Once this is done, select select the following starters. Select the following starters, right? Okay. Simply select the following starters. Simply select the following starters. After that, what next? Next, finish or not, guys? Next, finish. Okay, guys. For example, while creating project, you forgot to add some starters, guys. And you decided to add them later. Then how to add it? Okay, let us assume some starter you forgot while creating the project. Later you want to add after creating project. Okay, right click, guys. Here, what is the option we have got? Spring is the option we got, right? What is the option we got? Spring is the option we got. Their add starter option is there. Then select the starter. But right now I added all the required starters. There is no need of adding it separately. Is there any need of adding it separately, my dear? Come on, everyone. Okay. So everything is there in the paintbrush. You have to know, you have to realize that is there. That's it. Okay. First, what I did, I configured Lambda API to the Eclipse ID. That is not adding to the project. That is what? Configuring to Eclipse ID. What is the plugin I have to install? P2 is the plugin that I have to install. What is the plugin I have to install, guys? P2 is the plugin that I have to install. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Okay. Then we created a project, but earlier we have not added any starter, but today we have added 3 starters. One is Spring Boot starter JDBC. For what purpose? Okay. To write JDBC code in our DAO class. At the same time, when you add the starters, some predefined classes are becoming Spring Beans or not, guys? Come on, my dear. But which class will become Spring Bean? Hikari data source. This will point to JDBC connection pool. This will definitely points to what? JDBC connection pool or not, guys? No doubt in that. Yes. Here is my what? Application dot properties. What dot properties, guys? Application dot properties. Tell me. JDBC driver details. JDBC driver details for data source configuration. Why are you giving this one, sir? See, Ikari data source object will become Spring Bean automatically through auto configuration. But this Ikari data source should point to connection pool. In that connection pool, connection object should be there. These connection objects should point to one or other database. To create those connection objects for certain database, you have to give inputs to data source from application.property file or not, guys. I keep on saying one statement. Configure predefined classes as Spring Bean only if it is not coming through auto configuration. Hikari data source I want to as a Spring Bean, but it is coming through auto configuration. But if you want to give inputs to that auto configuration activity, you have to pass entries from where, guys? Application.properties file or not, guys? Give me one chair. You want to pass entries from that for any auto configuration activity. If you want to provide inputs and instruction, you have to give those inputs and instructions from where, guys? Application.properties file, right? Okay, guys. Now listen. Spring Dart. Mr. Karthikeyan, attend classes regularly, a waste fellow. How many times I said application.properties is part of the project creation. You don't develop them, right? We don't need to configure them. Karthikeyan, I can definitely say you are asking this question without practicals. Because 2 days back also I said how to use application.properties to achieve loose coupling, right? And I keep on saying application.properties is part of what? Spring Boot application ecosystem. It will be created automatically, will be configured automatically, it will be recognized automatically by IOC container. Do you need to create it separately, guys? It is there in first 3 projects also. We did not get the requirement to use it. That's it. Maybe in third project, we got a small requirement of passing bean ID, right? Please, I'm finding every day fresh day for you people. This indicates you are not just not listening the classes, right? Sometimes it shows double files. That's why I asked, and exceptions are. Karthikeyan, stop rotating your brain and my brain. And when you don't touch that file, why it will throw exception, Ra? Don't use the word sometimes, Ra. What do you mean by sometimes? Please, okay? Mistake happened and accept it. Don't try to rotate your brain by saying sometimes. Application.properties will come automatically, will be configured automatically. Why double file will come? Because it is created by you, na? No. Spring, that's STS plugin is creating, right? Why plugin will behave differently for different people? It will not, na? It is common for everyone, right? Please. Okay, now listen. Spring dot array. These keys are fixed keys. The keys using which you want to give inputs to data source auto configuration activity are the fixed keys. How to get them, sir? There is a Google website, guys, or ChatGPT. You can get the keys from the any online help, but you will get the help when you are typing the keys also. Spring dot data source dot what is there? Driver hyphen class hyphen name. Spring dot data source dot driver hyphen class hyphen name. Driver class name, guys, nothing else. Arkil dot JDBC dot driver dot Arkil driver. Yeah, why that yellow color, you know? Why it is not recognized, you know? Predefined keys will be recognized by default. Spring dot data source dot URL. JDBC colon, Arkil colon, thin colon, @localhost colon, 1521 colon XC. I think everyone knows. That's why I said JDBC knowledge is little required. Okay. Spring dot data source dot username. What is there, guys? System. Spring dot, tell me. Data source dot, what is there? Password. What is there? Tiger. When you run the application, Spring application dot run method execute, their IOC container creates. That container notices some starters are there. Spring boot starter JDBC. From there it takes what? That starter take. From there it try to configure what? Hikari data source object. What object, guys? Hikari data source object. But the data source object should point to JDBC connection pool now, my dear. Come on. Should definitely point to whom, guys? JDBC connection pool. Are you getting my point? While creating connection objects in connection pool, it will try to take these JDBC properties or not, guys. It will try to take these JDBC properties or not, guys. I want reply from you people. Say something, my dear. I want reply, guys. Right. src slash main slash resources. This is my what? Application dot properties. What dot properties, guys? Okay, guys. Okay, next, what I'm going to do is I will create some packages here, right? Okay. First, new, what is there? Package. com dot nt dot com dot nt dot. Okay, what is there one by one? DAO. To keep all DAO classes one package, guys. Com dot, tell me, new package nt dot service. Com dot nt dot service. Okay. Com dot nt dot controller. Okay. Configuration class come main class na, boss. That is already coming by default over here. Okay, these are the packages I created, but I'm going to create one more extra package, guys, to keep Java Bean, guys, to keep what? Java Bean. Where is this? New package. What is the package? com.nt.model. com.nt.model. Hare, Java Bean classes are also called as model classes now, my dear. Come on, everyone. Java Bean classes also called as what? Model classes are not, guys. Super, guys. Have a look on this. Yes, these are the model. Okay. Today, let me develop the model class. In my Oracle employee table, total how many columns are there? Describe EMP. 8 columns are there. But Krishna, yes. Krishna, yes. TS dot get connection will get one connection object now. Why ambiguity will be there when all connection objects are same objects? Am I injecting data source? Am I injecting connection? We are not injecting connection. We are injecting data source. From data source, okay, from data source, we are getting the connection. So is there any question of getting ambiguity problem here? Data source is one, but the data source is representing connection pool. In that connection pool, many connection objects are there. In that connection pool, what? Many connection objects are there. Are you getting my point there? Okay. So that's why there is no question of getting what? Ambiguity problem, right? Are we injecting connection to DAO or data source to DAO? Using data source at a time, how many connections you get? One. How many data sources are there? One or multiple? Only one. So we are injecting data source to DAO, DAO to service, service to what? Controller. Service to what? Controller. Are you getting my point there or not, guys? Okay. Here is my what, guys? Model. Here is what? Class. Yeah, now listen, boss. Now listen. Total, how many columns are there? Are CSV underscore status. That is not a proper column, Ra Babu. That is added extra. Okay, forget about that. Hmm. Okay, forget about that. We deal with remaining columns only. Okay, even though there are 9 columns, I want to deal with only 5 columns or 6 column. Employee number, name, job, salary, department number. Total, how many columns I want to deal? 6. Employee number, name, job, salary, department number. Total, how many properties I want to deal, guys? 5 or 6, whatever it is. Okay, 5, 5, 6, 6. So when I decided to get only 5 column values out of 9 columns, now tell me, in my Java bean, I should take 5 properties as 9 properties. Only 5 properties are enough. Though record is having 9 column, but in my application, I want to retrieve only how many column values? 5 column plus. Once I get the salary, from the salary, I want to calculate gross salary and net salary. So in the same Java bean, I will take extra 2 more properties. One for gross salary, one for what? Net salary. I'll take extra 2 properties. One for gross salary, one for what? Net salary. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. This is my employee. Okay. Employee dot Java. What dot Java, guys? Employee dot Java, which is nothing but what? Java bean. Okay, fine, guys. Okay, I will take few value. Private integer, any name you can take, but better to match with the column name. Confusion will not be there. Sir, why are you not taking simple int? Why are you taking wrapper int? Okay, now listen, this is very important. If I take simple int, no data means 0 will be there. Using that data, if I insert the record, 0 will be inserted as employee number. Come on. If I take wrapper integer, no value means null will be there. When I try to insert the record, come on, null means nothing will be injected now, boss. No value means nothing should be injected, 0 should be injected. Yes, I hope you understood, guys. Come on, everyone. Private string, what is there? E name. Private string, what is there? EADDRS. Private address is not there, it seems. I think your job is there, right? Here, what is there, guys? Job is there. Yeah, tell me. Private integer, what is there? Private integer, DPTNO. Okay, no problem. Department number. Next, guys. Okay, next one. Private double salary. Private double salary. Okay, all wrapper types are taken, simple types are taken. Okay, at the rate data. At the rate data. Are you understanding my statement, my dear? Come on, everyone. Here what? At the rate data. Yeah. Yeah. At the rate data is one annotation, na? Which is Lambda KPI annotation. Okay. For example, I removed it, guys. I removed it. Before that, before adding that annotation, look at this. So many properties are there or not there, guys? Okay, look at this. At the rate data. What data, guys? At the rate data. See, zero param construct anyhow comes automatically. Leave it. Can equals is a yellow mark means private method. Don't worry. Equals generated. Getter methods are generated. Setter methods are generated. ToString is generated. Come on. Setter methods are generated. Getter methods are generated. ToString is generated. What do you say, guys? Come on, everyone. Okay, boss. Employee number, employee name, job, salary, department number. Are you getting my point there or not there, guys? Super, guys. So this is my Java bean having getter setter methods or not, guys? Convinced with me, guys? Right. What's the advantage of Lambda cape? To you remove one property, guys. You remove one property, automatically they will be reduced in a getter setters. You add property, they automatically comes. Suppose if I generate those methods manually, whenever I add property, I have to change the code. Whenever I remove the property, I have to change the code. But Lambda KPI is giving me everything dynamically or not, guys? That's why I asked to watch Lambda KPI videos without failure. We don't listen. At least watch it, not watch it. Okay, fine. But listen, after getting a record with salary into Java Bean class object, I want to calculate gross salary and net salary, right? What salary, guys? Gross salary and what? Net salary. Gross salary and what? Net salary. Yes, we can. Array, from I think Java 14 or 16 onwards, in the place of class, not class, as record also came. What has come? Record also came. So whenever you want to represent the record, we can take the support of record also, right? First, I will show with class, guys. As part of improvisation, I replace class with what? Record. Someone asked, can I take a record in the place of what? Java bean. Yes, you can take. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, tell me. Private double. Tell me. Gross salary. What salary, guys? Gross salary. Private double. What salary? Net salary. Private double. Gross salary and what? Net salary. Okay, now you will get ToString everything accordingly or not, guys? I hope you understood the power of Lambda KPI today. Right. Arey, what happened, Ra? Why people are leaving the meeting? Am I audible? Am I audible, guys? Why people started leaving the meeting? You know everything, huh? Super then. Okay. So we got the helper class Java bean into picture or not? Say something, my dear. Come on. Okay, now listen carefully. Now listen to me carefully. In DAO, we send and execute SQL select query in database software and we get results set object having bunch of records now, boss. But can we send that result set object to service controller and client application? No. Because result set means JDBC code. JDBC code is allowed only in what? DAO. Not allowed. That's why what we should do, we should convert each record of result set into one Java bean class object. Come on, my dear. Yes, and you have to add all those Java bean objects to list collection. We can send that list of Java bean class objects to what? DB table as a record or not, guys? Say something, my dear. Okay, how does it looks, guys? Come on, everyone. It basically should look like this or not, guys? Yeah, have a look on this. In the result set object, I got how many records? Let us assume 3 records. One clerk, one manager, one spare. Every result set object is having by default how many positions, guys? Two position. One is BFR. Okay. Other one is what? ALR. One is BFR. Other one is what? ALR. BFR means what? Before first record. ALR means what? After record. How many records are there? B active, B active, B in the class. Okay. Once a result set object is created, they will be there automatically or not there. Okay, see, I am copying first record to one object of employee class numbers. That object is added to list collection. Copying second record to another object of employee class. Even that object is added to list collection. Copying third record to another object of employee class. Even that object is added to list collection. Okay, guys. Okay, now tell me. Total how many records are there in result set? 3 records. Copied to how many objects of Java bean? 3. All of them are added to list collection or not, guys? All of them are added to list collection or not there, guys? Okay, for this one, we should write the code or not, boss? We should write the logics or not, guys? Come on, everyone. Shall we start writing that code, my dear? Okay, now go to DAO. DAO means data access object. The class that purely contain persistence logic is called DAO, data access object. Database softwares are called data storage technologies. Okay. JDBC Hibernate are called what? Data access technologies. So this class purely contains what, guys? This class purely contains what? JDBC code, Hibernate code to access data from database software and to manipulate it. That's why that is called as what? That's why that is called as what? DAO class, data access object class. It purely contains persistence logic. Purely literally contains what? Okay, guys. Shall we try that, guys? Come on, everyone. Here is my model class, boss. What class? Model. DAO is there. New, what is there? Interface. New interface. What's the interface? I employee DAO. What DAO? DAO. Interface I have taken. Okay, boss. Now I'm declaring the, what is this? DAO interface. We go very slowly, boss. One by one, we try to learn. Yes, my dear. Tell me. Public. When I call DAO method, what are the input? 3 designation. So 3 parameters as designations now, boss. What we are expecting from DAO? Records stored into Java bean class object added to list collection. That means you are expecting list of Java bean class objects or not, guys? Super. So return type of the method employee. Are this employee is my Java bean or not, guys? That means this method returns what? 10 records are there in result set. 10 objects of employee representing 10 records and they are added to list collection. Super, guys. Tell me. Get employees by designations. Get employees by designations. All right. String designation 1. Come on. String designation 2. Come on. String designation 3. Total how many designations are there, guys? 3 it is. Convinced or not, guys? Come on. Yes, here is my what, guys? Throws exception. What is there? Throws exception. Sir, why are you declaring exception, boss? Okay, now listen. This is very important. Total, how many layers are there in my project? Total 6 layers are there. Client, controller, service, DAO, data source, database. In that one, how many we are coding, guys? Data source ready-made, we are not coding. Database software is ready-made software, we need not to code. Remaining all are the classes we are coding now, boss. Okay, now listen carefully. From where we are giving inputs to project, main class. From where we are expecting outputs, main class. We are giving inputs from main class, we are getting outputs from what? Main class. Suppose while writing and executing all these logic, problem has come in the DAO. Okay. There I use a try catch block to handle the exception. So then problem is suppressed there only, na? But problem should not be suppressed, boss. Come on. Problem raised in DAO should be passed to whom? Service. From there it should be passed to whom? Controller. From there it should be passed to whom? Client. So that in main class, we can catch and handle and we can display non-technical error message to end user or not, guys. That's why we have to think about declaring the exception to be thrown by using throw statement or not, guys. So what happens, guys? Problem raised in DAO will be propagated to service. From there, pass it to controller. From there, pass it to whom? Client. So in the client, we catch and handle, and we try to display non-technical error message for end user or not there. No, you don't do that. You are just catching and handling in the DAO itself. Problem raised in the try block of DAO class method. Control gone to catch block. Problem is suppressed there. End user is waiting for the problem or successful output in the main class. Does it come, sir, boss? No. That's why in layered applications, catch and handle the problem. I don't have any issue. But make sure that that problem is going to before layer. From there it goes to before layer. Till that one it should go to first layer, so that we can catch and handle the problem and we can give something to end user or not, guys. We can catch and handle the problem, we can give something to end user or not there. Okay, look at the one big factory where 5 levels of employees are there. Number one, director, manager, supervisor, okay, worker who is working on the machine. 4 levels of employees are there, let us say. Worker working on the machine, machine is having problem. In the fear, he has not informed the problem to next level people. He suppressed the problem. Because of that, quality is not coming for the properly. Quality is not coming properly for the product, right? Since he has not informed to supervisor, it is not passed to manager. Since not passed to manager, it is not passed to director. That quality problem continues forever or not there. So what we should do? The worker who is working on machinery should inform the problem to supervisor. Supervisor should inform to manager. Manager should inform to director. Director take the decision and replaces the machine or not, guys. Once he replaces the machine, come on, problem is solved or not, guys. In layered application, catching and handling exception is not the solution. Though you catch and handle, you should pass the exception to before layer, to other layer till the first layer, so that the end user who is giving input, either he will get successful output from the same place or he will get the problem from the same place. Are you getting my point there, guys? Convinced or not, guys? So final conclusion is, in layered application, except in main class or client application, in remaining all places, though you catch or don't catch an exception, but you should pass the exception, you should propagate the exception by declaring the exception to be thrown using throw statement. By declaring the exception to be thrown by using what? Throw statement. In DAO, you catch and handle, but make sure that it is passing to before layer. Service, you catch and handle, but make sure that it is passed to before layer, controller layer. You catch and handle, I don't have problem, but make sure that it is passed to before layer. That is client application. Yes, my dear. So that in client application, definitely we should catch and handle, and to pass exception related messages to end user are not there, guys. For example, I'm giving inputs of Spring to you people. You are practicing. When errors come, you should come to me only, na? You expect I to solve the problem or not, guys? Come on. When I will solve the problem, when you inform me, either directly or through some other person. If you inform me, I can solve the problem. If you don't inform me, how can I solve the problem? Tell me. In this example, we are giving inputs to a project from which application? Client. From which application? Client. We are passing inputs from which application, guys? Client. We are expecting outputs from which application? Client. Suppose in the execution of some code in the layers which are in communication, some problem came. Even problem also should come to client now, boss. So for that one, okay, for that one, in DAO service controller classes, we should eat and suppress the exception by using try-catch blocker, or we should propagate the exception. You should pass the exception by using throw statement. We should propagate the exception by using what? Throw statement. Are you getting my point there or not there? Come on, I want reply from you people, guys. Okay. I employee DAO. Right click. We have to develop the implementation class now, my dear. Yes, class. Employee DAO IMPL. Sir, why are you taking interface implementation? Who knows? I want to write one implementation class for DAO interface having JDBC persistence logic. One more implementation class having Hibernate persistence logic. One more implementation class having what? Data JPA persistence logic. One more implementation class having one more persistence logic. I can switch whatever the logic I want or not, guys. Okay, that time better to go for interface and implementation class model. Or a strategy design pattern story only, my dear. DTDC, Blue Dot, DHL, multiple courier companies are there. We made them, all of them implementing common interface so that we can switch to one courier to another courier without having any hesitation or not, guys. One courier to another courier company without having any hesitation or not, guys. Come on, my dear, I want reply, guys. DAO IMPL class. Yeah. At the rate, array, this class should implement or not, guys? Implements I employee DAO. At the rate repository. What repository, guys? At the rate repository. Come on. Private. Okay. Private. What is there, guys? Data source DS. Array, through auto configuration, by using JDBC properties, the Ikari data source object is created. Okay. But every data source is the implementation class object of data source interface, na boss. Every data source is the implementation class object of data source interface or not, guys? I want reply, my dear. I want reply. Come on, everyone. Okay, guys. Private data source DS, guys. Tell me here, what is this? At the rate auto. Control plus shift plus O. Okay. Add unimplemented methods. Sir, Ikari data source. Now, why are you taking data source? According to strategy design pattern, while doing injection, better to take common type as a property or specific type as a property. Today Ikari data source is popular. That's why if you take Ikari data source class, tomorrow other data source is popular. Again, I have to modify the code. If I take common data source interface, I can inject Ikari data source object, C3P0 data source object, Proxul data source object, Apache DPCP data source object, or server managed data source object. Come on, guys. That gives me loose coupling or not, guys? Array, in our Flipkart class, we have taken as a property type, courier type or DTDC type. For achieving loose coupling, we prefer working with what? Courier type. For achieving loose coupling, we prefer working with what? Courier type. Convinced, my dear? Come on, everyone. Okay. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Super, guys. Okay, now listen. Yeah. You know one thing, guys. You know one thing. From Java 8 onward, try with resources come na. Whatever streams, JDBC objects you open in try with resource, they will be closed automatically at the end na, boss. Okay, now listen one more thing, guys. While writing code in DAO class, while writing code in DAO class, we try to have two parts, guys. Query part one side, code part another one. One is query part, other one is code part. We try to write all SQL queries at the top of the class, guys. Come on. We try to place all SQL queries at the top of the class. Come on, are you getting my point there? We don't write queries in the middle of the code that we place in the methods, guys. We try to place everything at the top of the class or not, guys. Say something, my dear. I want reply, guys. Okay. Private. What is there? String. Array. We try to take these queries as private static properties. What properties, guys? Private string get underscore emps underscore by designation. Get employees by designations, right? Select employee number, employee name, job, salary, DPTNO. We're trying to get only these column values or not, guys? Come on. Okay, guys. Yeah, private static, boss. Why are you taking this one as static? I'm also taking them as final. Private. Okay, only inside the class they should be visible. Static. Array, this data should be in a position to access without object within the class. Final. No other place this query, this variable data should be modified. If anyone wants to modify, they should come at the top of the class only. Why are you keeping queries at the top of the class, sir? That too separately from the code. Tomorrow, table name change, column name change. Instead of searching where is query, where is query. If all queries are there at the top of the class, going there and modifying query becomes easy or not, guys? Going there and modifying the query becomes easy or not, guys? I want reply. Going there and modifying the query becomes quite easy or not, guys? Come on, I want reply, guys. Yeah, from which one, guys? EMP. Where? What is there? Job in. What is there? Job in. How many question marks? Three inputs, not three question mark. What is there? Order by job. What is there, guys? Order by job. While writing logics in DAO class, we separate query part and code part. Inside the method, persistence logic using JDBC Hibernate. At the top of the class, queries. Okay, we try to take queries in uppercase letters so that they can be differentiated from Java code. We try to take queries in what? Private static final variables. Okay, by taking uppercase letters for the variable names. By taking uppercase letters for the variable names. Are you getting my point there, guys? What do you mean by uppercase letters for the variable names, guys? What do you mean by uppercase letters for the variable name? So that they can be differentiated. This is not normal variable, special variable. Uppercase letter variables are called constant variables, guys. Okay, why private? Those queries should be visible within the class, not outside the class. Next, why static? Or a query variable should be positioned to access without object in the throughout the application. Why final? Query is final here. No other place variable data should be modified. If anyone wants to modify, they should come and modify at the top of the class only, na boss. Interesting or not, guys? Come on. Okay, why you are writing query variable in uppercase? To tell that it is not a regular variable, it's a special variable in uppercase. Why are you writing query in uppercase? Queries are not case sensitive. To differentiate from regular Java code, it's recommended to take query in what? Uppercase letters. Repository, you can take EMPD. Everyone getting my point? Yes. Okay. Try with the resource. Started, catch, SQL exception SE. SE dot print stack trace. Catch exception E dot print stack trace. Are we understanding my statement, guys? Come on, everyone. Okay. Catch exception E. This. Here is what, guys? Connection con is equal to ds dot get connection. Here we are getting one pooled connection or not, guys? Getting pooled JDBC connection object. Here we are getting pooled JDBC connection or not, guys? Say something, my dear. Come on, everyone. Super. Okay. After that, what is the next thing, guys? Getting pooled JDBC connection object, right? Okay. Followed by that, what is there? Okay, I want to prepare statement object pointing to that query or not, guys? Okay, tell me. When question mark symbols are there in the query, better to use a simple statement or prepared statement? Better to use simple statement or prepared statement? Okay, guys. Yeah, create statement object. Prepared statement, come on. PS is equal to con dot prepare statement of get employees by designation. Get employees by designation. We are ready with prepared statement object now, my dear. Next, we need to set input values to the query parameter, nothing but question mark symbols. Set values to whom, guys? Query params. Query parameters, right? PS dot set string 1 comma designation 1. Set string 2 comma designation 2. Set string, come on, 3 comma designation 3. Total how many designations we set, guys? 3. Right now, the query is select query or non-select query? Select. To execute the select query, we take the support of execute query method, na boss. That gives me result set object. But at the end of the try, I want to see result set object also should be closed automatically. But I'm going to take a nested try with resource, right? Okay, guys. Execute the, what is this? Execute the select SQL query. Yes, my dear. Tell me here, what is there? Results at RS is equal to PS dot execute query. We are executing the query there or not there, guys? Come on, everyone. Results at RS is equal to PS dot execute query query. PS dot execute query. Is that clear, my dear? Getting my point here, guys? Come on. Super, guys. Okay. Now, here what? Try to. Here is my what? Try one. One is a try to, one is what? Try. Okay. Next one, what is there? Process the result set object. We need to think about processing the result set object or not, guys. Come on, my dear. I want reply from you people. Process the result set object. Okay, what should I do, guys? Each record of the result set, I should copy to one Java Bean class object. Later, we should add to call list collection. Okay, here what I do is list employee. List employee, list is equal to null. Focus. Okay, I'm initializing the list. List is equal to new array list of. Great. While rs dot next, we are getting access to each record of the result set object. What object, guys? We are getting access to each record of the result set object. Okay, guys. Copy each record of result set object to Java Bean class object. What object, guys? Java Bean class object. Nothing but model class object. Nothing but model class object. Everyone getting my point there, guys? Come on. Super. Okay. Tell me here what is there. Employee EMP is equal to new employee of. Here I created employee class object or not, guys? Super. EMP dot set employee number. Are setter methods are there to set the data? Okay. Right now we are in the first record of result set. How to get the first column value of that first record? RS dot get int of 1. Check it out. Look at the diagram. By default, record, cursor is there in BFR. While RS dot next means cursor come to first record. Okay. We created empty employee class object. EMP dot set employee number of RS dot get int of 1. In the first record, what is the first index value? 101. So that means to the employee number property of employee object, 101 is set or not, guys? Like this, you have to set the remaining values also, my dear. EMP dot set ename RS dot get string of 2. First record, second column value I am setting to what? Ename property or not, guys? EMP dot set job RS dot get string of 3 or not, guys? Super. EMP dot set salary RS dot get double of 4. That's good. EMP dot come on set salary is over department number RS dot get int of 1 or not, guys? Get int of 1 or 5. Okay, 5. Okay, check it out. What's happening, guys? What's happening? By default, cursor is there in BFR. While RS dot next means first record comes inside the loop. First statement we created Java class object na boss. First statement we created the Java class object or not, guys? Are you getting my point there, guys? Super, guys. We created what? Java class object. Are you getting? Super. There. EMP dot set employee number of RS dot get int of 1. 101 came to object. EMP dot set ename RS dot get string of 2. Raja came to object. EMP dot set job RS dot get string of 3. Clerk came. Later gross salary, then department numbers are coming now, boss. Okay, first record is there with first object. Now we have to add, add model class object to list collection. What collection, guys? List collection. List dot add emp. This will repeat for all the records. Okay, at the end, three records means three objects are created. Those three objects are added to list collection or not, guys? Those three objects are added to list collection or not there? Come on. Super, guys. Okay, now listen. Any problem rise, we are catching and handling. But I want to send the problem to before layer. It's better to say throw SC. Throw SC means what? Don't stop there. Pass the problem to caller. Who calls the methods of the DAO service? So it will pass the problem to this one. Service class methods are not, guys. This is called exception rethrowing. We are catching and handling exception, but we are not stopping the exception there. We are rethrowing the exception to caller. Who calls this DAO class method? Service class method. That means problem goes to service na. If I do same thing in service, who calls service class method? Controller. So problem goes to controller na, boss. If I do same thing in controller, come on, guys. Who calls controller class method? Client application. Problem goes to client na. There we can catch and handle, and we can display exception related problem to end user or not, guys. Super. End of the while loop. End of the try. Here also, I want to say throw exception rethrow. Okay, guys. And return list. End of the method, end of the class. Everyone understood the logic, guys? Easy. Any difficulty? Non-JDBC only, I'm writing in a proper standard manner by following coding standards and other things. Okay, once again, some important points here. In DAO service controller classes, don't just catch and handle exception. Make sure that exception is declared to be thrown using throws and throw statement, so that problems raised in DAO goes to service, service to controller, controller to client. There we catch and handle the exception. There we catch and handle the exception. Convinced, my dear? Come on, everyone. Super, guys. Same code is there here. Same code is placed here, boss. Nothing great. Order by job. All data source classes are the implementation class of what interface? Data source interface. So to inject data source object to DAO class object, we need to take what? Data source interface type has a property having @auto void annotation, so that we can inject our choice data source object time to time in DAO class object or not, guys. Super. In DAO class, we always separate query from the code. We place SQL queries at the top of the class in uppercase letters, so as the values of string constant variable, private static final, for easy modification purpose. All data source classes implements what, guys? Data source interface. What interface, guys? Data source interface. Are you getting my point there, guys? Okay. So we can inject data source object to DAO class object by placing what? Auto void property on the top of data source type interface property or not, guys? How much I developed, you also develop. I develop parallelly, then we see the flow of execution, then we go for execution of the code. Major is DAO, and we completed DAO part over there. DAO sending queries, having inputs to database. From there, getting bunch of records into result set object, copying result set records into model class objects, and adding them to list collection, and returning list collection to service class or not, guys. Okay, not only positive output, any problem raised in the form of exception, that problem also it is propagating or not, guys. Why? Inputs are given to project from client. Outputs are expected from client. Output may be success or failure. It should come from client only, na? So success or failure, what problems are solution, whatever raised in the DAO service controller should be passed to next layer or not, guys. For that purpose, we have written this much code, guys, whatever it is. Feeling comfortable? Looks a bit heavy because mini project, not definitely. But if you focus, you will enjoy it. Okay, you also study up to DAO class in that document. Remaining things you don't study. One by one we develop. It takes time. Then we see flow of execution. Then we change this project working for other databases. One by one, slowly we learn everything, guys. 5:30 p.m. Where is this? Spring Boot Core. Spring Boot Core. Right click. File upload. Yes, guys. Tell me here, what is there? 515. What is there, guys? 515. Here is my Spring Boot core. Here is my Spring Boot core. Tell me. First application, session number 7. Say open. Session number 7, say open. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Have a nice time. We'll meet